everybody, it's Maria. Today I wanted to do a video talking to you about what I got at the library. Yes, that's right. It is my first ever library haul. Now, I had mentioned in a video a couple days ago that I don't do hauls because I did not want to contribute to the whole greed, consumerism, materialism that I think is way too pervasive. But several of you had some great comments. Emily, I loved you talking about playing the devil's advocate because yes, I do agree with supporting authors and maybe letting people know about other books that they haven't seen. Olive, I think it's really fun to show people what you pick up at the library or the bookstore, whether you get to it or not. I probably will not get to all of these books. I love the library, and a lot of times will buy books if I feel like I'm going to reread them, or if they're a reference thing or something that I want to mark up tons. So I might actually purchase these after I've read through them if I decide that this is going to be a reread for me, or it's something that I know I want to loan out a lot. So I'm totally on board with promoting literacy and the use of libraries. So you guys all talk to me into it. I am doing a library haul. So without any further ado, these are the books that I picked up on my last library visit for me, not for my kids, because that would take, I don't even know, a long time. Okay, first up, and I will also tell you as I go through these why I picked them up or where I heard about them, if I remember. This is How to Talk So Little Kids Will Listen, forward by Adele Faber, and it's by Joanna Faber and Julie King. Now, they've done a whole series of books, How to Talk So Kids Will Listen, or How to Talk So X Person Will Listen. I have a 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 2-year-old. And the 2-year-old right now is not, oh my gosh, just not listening about anything right now. And yes, it's totally normal, and I know 3s are going to get worse. Like this morning, in just the span of 5 minutes, we went back and forth between, Mom, I need help, I can't get this, to leave me alone, I can do it myself, to Mom, I can't do this, please help, Mom, and then back to, I need privacy, leave me alone. Just like within 5 minutes, I'm like, yes, we are there. So, How to Talk So Little Kids Will Listen. I'm pretty excited about getting to this, or at least perusing it. These kinds of books I might not read cover to cover. I will kind of skim through and then decide if I want to read it cover to cover. So that's the first one. The second one I actually just started. And it's Women's History for Beginners. Now this book, I will be putting in my wrap up because I'm going to finish it, but it's very simple, like clip art kind of illustrations. It's written by a professor who teaches women's history. It's very thin, but I'm really enjoying it so far. It's a very easy read. She talks a lot about little known things in women's history, why women's history is not talked about, which some of it obviously I already had kind of thought of myself, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So far, so good. So yeah, Women's History for Beginners. And I just picked it up because I saw it recommended on my library webpage when I was requesting another book. It popped up and I thought, that sounds promising. So that's why I grabbed it. Next up is Smarter, Faster, Better by Charles Duhigg. I recently listened to a podcast with him being interviewed. I read his first book, The Power of Habit, and loved it. So I am excited to read this. Charles Duhigg is an expert on figuring out what makes people tick as far as habit forming things go, how to work faster, smarter, and better. So yes, I think this will be a good read. He has a really good knack for inserting narrative into the nonfiction. So you're reading stories about other people and figuring out how this could work in real context. It's not just a bunch of dry science behind it. So I really appreciated his first book. I actually probably will be purchasing his first book whenever I see it on a on a used bookshelf somewhere. But yeah, Smarter, Faster, Better is his follow-up. Next up is The Unwinding, An Inner History of the New America by George Packer. And I heard about this on NPR, I think, and it's just kind of talking about, I'm trying desperately to understand how we got to where we are politically in our country and why people are thinking the way they are. You'll kind of see that from a couple of the other books that I picked up. But this one is just talking about the different demographics and how they are thinking the way they're thinking, and how it's kind of created this clash, what we can do about it. So the unwinding, I think it'll be a good read. I had a lot of fiction last month, I think, and so now I'm doing a nonfiction swing back, the pendulum. Animal Vegetable Miracle, Barbara Kingsolver. I know so many people have already read this. I heard it mentioned, I think, again on the Modern Mrs. Darcy podcast, the What Shall I Read Next? And I just thought, you know, I'm trying to kind of evaluate what I'm eating, because I'm doing a crap job at healthy eating lately. And I thought this would be a good kick in the tush to think about what I'm eating and where I'm sourcing it from. And it's not like we don't do a lot of packaged processed foods, but this is a nonfiction story of her and her family for a whole year deciding to only eat their food that they can grow or source locally. And I just think it'd be kind of an interesting experiment. I do not plan on doing anything so drastic, but yeah, Animal Vegetable Miracle. A lot of people really enjoy that one. This next one I picked up because I know I'm going to disagree with most everything in the book. And I think in this time in our country, it's good to not retreat into your echo chambers and to try and hear what everyone is saying, regardless of how angry it makes you feel. So if you do not, if you don't want to do that, then I'm okay with that. But I'm trying my best to try and not just read about people that I agree with. So I heard him on a podcast, I want to say an NPR. It's The Benedict Option, A Strategy for Christians in a Post-Christian Nation by Rod Dreher. Most things that he said in the podcast really concerned me. His idea is that we're living in an era where Christians should not interact with the overall community, I think is what he's saying. He thinks that we should have our Christian schools and our Christian places we go and just retreat because we are too far gone to make a difference without doing that. I don't even really know what to say about that because it infuriates me on so many levels. For me, being a person of faith means using the values that I get from my faith and listening to people and being open and loving and trying to help people find their value and their place in the world, while also being respectful that I don't know all the answers and that the world is bigger than just myself. So I don't know how much of this I will get through, honestly. I really hesitated before I picked it up, but I just thought, you know what? I saw it on the shelf. I'm going to give it a go and try and understand the fear. And I understand some of the people that are in that headspace because I love some of those people in that headspace. But I'm trying to understand more because it's so incongruent with what I know about faith. This next one is The Blue Zones, Lessons for Living Longer from the People Who've Lived the Longest by Dan Buettner. Again, I've been doing a crap job at eating healthy, so I thought this might also be kind of an interesting book on, it's nonfiction about these blue zones, which are considered these places on the planet that people seem to live longer because of community and health choices with their behaviors, with their eating, with their community development. So I don't know much more than that. I just thought it would be an interesting nonfiction read to see maybe if there's things that I can do in my life to help increase my longevity because I would like to be around for a while, you know? So that's another one I picked up. And again, I don't know if I'll read that front to back. This next one I've heard about so many times. I feel like I know Katie from Life Between Words loves it. I know Kayla loves it from Mountain School, and it's Cold Mountain by Charles Fraser. This is a Civil War novel. I know some of you might have seen the movie. I have not yet seen the movie because I have not read the book, so I did not want to jump the gun. I try not to do that if I know that there's a book out. But Cold Mountain, for me, I thought it would be a good time to read in the near future because I just finished season 2 of Mercy Street, which I stream through Amazon Prime, but I think it shows through PBS. It is a really, really, I don't want to say fun because it's not fun. It's not fun. It's a very engaging mini-series, Civil War drama. There's some spy issues. There's some medical. It's this medical hospital, and they're treating Union soldiers, although occasionally they do have Confederate soldiers that come in. I don't remember the actor's name, but from How I Met Your Mother, the star of that, he plays the lead, and I think he does a phenomenal job. And he looks good with a beard, so that's kind of exciting. But yeah, so Cold Mountain, I just kind of have been thinking Civil War type things lately, I guess. I think the Civil War, yeah. There's so much war I've been reading about a lot. I just like to hear about the people that are affected by it, the people that are working behind the scenes to try and hold everyone together, how much devastation, damage, relationships, to bodies there are. I mean, just, so yeah, Cold Mountain. I don't really know anything about it other than so many people love it, and it's the Civil War. So Mercy Street pushed me over the edge. Next up, I started last night. It's Annihilation, the first in the Southern Reach trilogy, and it's by Jeff Vandermeer. I heard about this first on one of the Book Riot podcasts, and I know Katie from Life Between Words, I think, has read this. I think you have, and really enjoyed it. So I've seen it a couple places on BookTube, but what pushed me over the edge is just like, oh, it's real short, and I know it's a novel, sci-fi. There's a team of specialists that are dropped into the jungle somewhere, and they're trying to figure out what caused all the devastation and disease and what happened. That is all I know about it. So I'm kind of excited to not know anything about it. It's also a really good sign when you are you're checking it out and your librarian says, ooh, this is a really good stuff in this trilogy. And she just got all wide-eyed and excited. So there we go on that. Next one I saw on the shelf, and I want to say I heard about it on another podcast. It's All These Wonders, and it's true stories about facing the unknown, forwarded by Neil Gaiman, edited by Catherine Burns, and it's just short stories of different authors talking about facing the unknown. And I don't do well with short stories. I think the last short story collection I read was American Housewife, which was good, actually kind of enjoyable. I don't often pick them up. I don't really know why. So if you have any great short story collections you really are like fanatical about, put them in the comments. But this cover just looked beautiful, and Neil Gaiman did the forward, and I thought, I've heard of it, I might as well try it. So I'm trying to branch out of my shell, try something different. 2 more from the library haul. This next one is There Goes the Neighborhood, How Communities Overcome Prejudice and Meet the Challenge of American Immigration by Ali Noorani. This I know nothing about. I saw it on the shelf in the new release section, and I thought, immigration. I always want to know more about that and how people are trying to fix problems instead of create problems. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. And this last one is Maphead, Ken Jennings, who apparently he was the Jeopardy champion that my husband and I used to watch Jeopardy all the time. I'm really good at Wheel of Fortune, and he's good at half of Jeopardy, and I'm good at the other half, so it was always fun. But we watched when Ken Jennings was doing his crazy mad Jeopardy run. And yeah, Maphead, it's just about different maps in the world that have made a difference. I think why he likes maps, I don't know. I like maps. I liked the cover. That is why, I think that is all the only reasons I picked this up. So we'll find out. I'm trying to get better with maps and geography. Maybe that's another, like, in my head thinking. So let me know if you liked this library haul. It might have seemed random and crazy to you because it felt a little like that to me, but I really enjoyed it. So maybe I will do more. Maybe I will make it a monthly staple to show you at least one of my library hauls because, yeah, it was kind of fun. Don't feel like you have to buy all these books and, you know, fill your shelves if you don't want to. Feel free to use your library because they're great people and we love them. and they saved me a lot of money because this probably would have cost me about $100 some. So I will talk to you all later. Tell me if you like doing these videos, or if there's any of these books that you've read and you want to recommend, or tell me don't bother. I would love to hear that. I'll talk to you later. Bye.